Clark set all these records on the basketball court. Obviously, the scoring record in college, the assist record in the WNBA. So many rookie records that you can't even list them off. But she now has the record for a sports card trading card, for a woman's sports trading card, because she had it go for $366,000.
Did you notice that Caitlyn Clark's rookie card has a $366,000 price tag? It's not a typo. Before you exclaim, well, that's crazy, consider the fact that someone actually spent more money on a single piece of cardboard than they do on a brand new home. Even better, this isn't just another record. It's a complete takeover of the trading card industry. Legends like Serena Williams are now in the rearview mirror as Clark broke records and turned them into tiny gold flecks, while Angel Reese is out there scolding while her own rookie cards are having trouble finding a buyer on clearance.
Clark has the top 30 WNBA cards, at least. So, and the boxes for WNBA cards, like the one over my shoulder, are selling at the same level or at a higher price than NBA cards, because that Caitlyn Clark rookie is in there.
Let's discuss numbers. There isn't another one like it on the planet, and Clark's 2024 Panini Prism Gold Vinyl Rookie card, complete with a perfect PSA 10 grade and her autograph, just sold for $366,000. Meanwhile, Reese's signature series is still sitting in unopened boxes, likely wondering if anyone will ever tear that
autograph box of Reese's Puffs sold for $9.99. Is that real? Is that real?
This transaction completely destroyed Serena Williams' previous record of $266,400, not simply edged it out.
This passes the record for a woman's sports card period that was previously held by a Serena Williams card, and this was sold for about $100,000 more than the Serena Williams.
But keep in mind that Serena's card featured a real piece of her match-worn attire. Clark's card had no jersey, no perspiration, just pure greatness inked in blue Sharpie. That's right, even without a tangible item from her game, collectors were prepared to spend an additional $100,000 to own a piece of her legend.
Talk about Caitlyn Clark, and once again, proving that she is the driving force.
Let's talk about Caitlyn Clark, who is once again demonstrating her leadership. And guess what? Clark hasn't even begun her second season yet. Most players labor for the whole of their careers in order to increase their collector value. Caitlyn is converting cardboard into gold more quickly than media interviews are transformed into side eyes by Angel Reese. This is history,
trying to give myself
hype.
some grace, because I know I'm not the player that I want to be just yet, but also kind of patting myself on the back, telling myself that I'm still doing great.
I'm trying to be patient with myself because I know I'm not yet the player I want to be, but I'm also telling myself that I'm doing great. That card isn't just a collectible, it's a statement. It's the basketball community's way of saying, this is the player, this is the future. Sports card analysts are now referring to this as the Caitlyn Clark era, and it's easy to understand why she's not just breaking into the market. She's completely rewriting the economic blueprint for women's sports
showcasing
collectibles.
That when it comes to everybody else, they are a distant second. Who that is for sure in women's sports, I don't know. But at this point, it's pretty clear Caitlyn Clark is driving the bus and driving the sales.
Before Clark, let's be honest. Hobby stores didn't even bother to display WNBA trading cards because they were an afterthought. However, because dealers can't keep Clark cards in stock quickly enough, stores that once kept WNBA boxes tucked away behind dusty shelves are now putting them front and center and selling out in a matter of hours. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's cards are sitting untouched like those DVDs in Walmart's discount bin that no one asked for.
Caitlyn Clark, one of her trading cards, one of her sports cards, breaks a record, and we've got a new one, and it is freaking ridiculous. I mean, this is crazier than hell. I'm not even going to lie to you.
And the figures continue to rise. Just 4 months ago, the previous owner paid $236,000. In less time than it takes Angel Reese to lay up, the value of that Clark card increased by $130,000. That is dominance, not appreciation.
Is the needle. There we go. I think I just said that. Smashed the old record held by Serena by $100,000. This one was $130,000 more expensive than the previous high.
Without saying a word, Clark became the queen of collectibles. It's not just cardboard, it's legacy in motion. Clark currently owns the top 30 highest-selling WNBA cards of all time, not just the top one or the top 5. Let that sink in. Reese was busy slinging barbs after games and claiming to be the league's face.
Wow. What can you say about this? That almost leaves.
Collectors are investing not only in her statistics, but also in a cultural revolution. For example, when Michael Jordan's rookie cards went viral, people realized they were seeing something unique. That's exactly what's happening with Caitlyn Clark at the moment, but she's also changing the way women's sports are viewed in a society that is finally taking notice.
What are these cards going to be like in 5 years when she's got a championship, a couple of MVPs in there, et cetera, et cetera? I'm fairly confident we're headed towards a $500,000 card at some point. We're not that far away now. I mean, we're $140,000 away now.
Not to mention that WNBA card boxes with Clark are currently available for purchase in several locations. Read that again. Caitlyn Clark is the only reason why WNBA chatter has taken over sports card forums. Meanwhile, Rhea is still hoping that her name will appear in the trending tab for something other than drama. As a result, while Clark's autograph is out there, appreciating more quickly than stocks, Angel Rhee is left watching from the sidelines, and her card sales are slower than her paintwork, and it's becoming more and more obvious who the collectors and fans are supporting. If jealousy had a price tag, it wouldn't match Clark's rookie card. When it comes to women's trading cards, Caitlyn Clark has established a new benchmark. Trading cards for women's sports, this is about a shift, not just one transaction. The success of Clark's trading cards has ushered in a new era for women's sports as well as the value placed on female athletes in the collectible market. If the WNBA's marketing team is smart, they will quickly begin printing those commemorative sets since Clark has effectively made women's sports financially viable.
Caitlyn Clark has set a new standard, a new mark for women's trading cards, women's sports.
Indeed, Caitlyn Clark is controlling every aspect of the sport's economic cards in addition to succeeding on the court. The Caitlyn Clark effect is here to stay, and Angel Rhee may want to spend more time printing autographs and less time scolding people because while Clark's signature is setting auction records, Reese's cards are busy stat padding on the shelves. Some players may not like it, but they will thank her when their next endorsement deal comes up, whether they admit it or not.
97,000, 105,000. 234,000, 366,000.
A good house for that, laughing my ass off. And in East Texas, you could purchase a really fine house or have a brand new one constructed. To be honest with you, it would probably be 1,800 square feet by 2,200 feet with all the facilities. This market is being driven by more than simply traditional card collectors. Major investors who wouldn't have given women's sports memorabilia a second glance a year ago are now treating Clark's cards like blue-chip tech stocks. And no, these aren't individuals looking to finish their collection. Rather, they're Wall Street types and venture capitalists, sniffing out ROI like bloodhounds. Caitlyn Clark has pulled off the kind of collector coup that turns hobbyists into stockbrokers and sports shops into investment
Decent
banks.
house for that, laughing my ass off. Here in East Texas, you could buy a damn nice house. You could have a new one built here for that, to be honest with you. Probably 1,800 square foot, 2,200 square foot, with all the...
Go up from here, right? Like, these things don't tend to go down. So if you're into that hobby, you're going to need a pretty penny in order to make an investment on the piece of cardboard featuring Caitlyn Clark. Clark's cards are no longer just pieces of sports history. They're financial assets. Her rookie collectibles are being bought, graded, resold, and insured like priceless art. Some investors are even forming funds, yes, funds dedicated entirely to Caitlyn Clark cards. That's how seismic Her impact has been they're not just betting on a basketball star, they're betting on a cultural force with limitless upside. And if you think $366,000 for a card is outrageous, just wait. Industry insiders are already predicting that one Panini gem could surpass $500,000 if Clark maintains her trajectory in the next coming years. Let's not forget, she's only had one professional year under her belt. Serena Williams' all-time record was shattered in a single year. Now collectors are eyeing $500,000 like it's the next logical
right?
step.
Like these things don't tend to go down. So if you're into that hobby, you're going to need a pretty penny in order to make an investment on the piece of cardboard featuring Caitlyn Clark.
To put it in context, if you listen to the WNBA players' jealousy, pettiness, and envy leaking from their pores, well, man, the oozing is going to be out of control at this point. In just 4 months, the value of Clark's most valuable card increased by $130,000, which is more than most retirement accounts have grown in 10 years, not including compound interest. Clark's cards are also printing equity in real time, and what makes this increase even more incredible is that she is creating this entire collectible empire while the WNBA is still having trouble figuring out how to effectively market
you
her.
listen to the WNBA players, jealousy, pettiness, and envy ooze from their pores. Well, man, the oozing is going to be out of control at this point.
Another player is observing from the sidelines as Clark is busy changing the memorabilia market, but this time with growing annoyance rather than admiration. Reese, who once asserted that people watch for her as well, is now in a completely different position. Her cards are still collecting dust on shelves, and resellers are cutting prices more quickly than she can double dribble. The same Reese, who bragged that she was the league's face, is now witnessing her rival turn autographs into six-figure
Commissioner
sales.
is oddly and largely silent because I believe she's scared of the WNBA legacy media and the old guard of WNBA fans that are activist basketball fans. So she's like, I don't want them coming after me.
Indeed, it's not just one person who makes us watch women's basketball. It's me as well. I want you all to understand that investors are also missing out on Reese's inventory. Nobody is creating funds around her cards or organizing whole auction events around her name. She may dominate Twitter engagement, but the real evidence that the hard money is tilting in Clark's favor is what hurts. And let's not forget the optics while Angel is out there stirring the pot, making fun of her and establishing her brand around beef. By letting the numbers speak and avoiding controversy, Clark is actually constructing equity, and those numbers, Angel, is a good shot.
The reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too.
Man, this league better learn to protect their cash cow. $366,000 rookie card, their cash cow. Or they're going to be in a real bind, because if they look up and she gets injured or something like that, ABC and ESPN and CBS and whoever else is involved in that new juicy media rights deal is all going to be given the fuzzy, the eyeball, and the side eye directly to the commissioner. Meanwhile, the networks aren't even pretending anymore. Clark and the Indiana Fever have 41 nationally televised games. The message crystal clear: this isn't about parity, it's about profitability. TV executives are making a bet, and it's not on drama, it's on the Clark effect, because when Caitlyn plays, ratings explode. When Angel plays, let's just say the viewership curve flattens out a bit. And right in the middle of this collector frenzy and media storm, the WNBA just inked a $2.5 billion media rights deal, 11 times more than their previous contract. The math isn't subtle, the league got serious money the moment Caitlyn Clark went pro. That type of leap is not a coincidence. It requires a superstar, and they are well aware of who that is.
League better learn to protect their cash cow. $366,000 rookie card, their cash cow, or they're going to be in a real bind. Because if they look up and she gets injured or something like that, ABC and ESPN and CBS and whoever else is involved in that new juicy media rights deal is all going to be given the fuzzy eyeball and the side eye directly to the commissioner.
that genuine anxiety exists behind closed doors. League executives are afraid of what might happen if Clark gets hurt because everything has become so dependent on him. The media, ratings, and merchandise are all centered around Caitlyn, and even NBA executives are paying close attention to her business decisions. Her jersey is selling out at men's sports stores, and her reach is spanning demographics that no one saw coming. Yes, investors are looking to turn WNBA boxes into wealth card stores, and online collector groups are setting up entire channels to monitor her market activity. Auction houses are marketing her cards like fine art. This isn't a trend. It's a new era.
Once again, Caitlyn Clark does something that's never been done before. And it's just steadily increasing. I say $500,000 is on the table at some point. Within the year, maybe, if that long, somebody's really going to step up and nail out one of these cards. I wonder what, like, celebrity or sports player paid for this card.
In addition to having the priciest WNBA card ever, Caitlyn Clark also possesses all 30 Angel Re continues to post Instagram captions and wait for her collectibles to move the sad reality that fans aren't buying it literally, and that $366,000 card wasn't just a flex. It was a signal, a declaration. That's not hyperbole. That's data. And in an industry that thrives on rarity stories and hype, she's delivering on all three like no one ever has. Not only is Caitlyn Clark the most exciting thing in basketball, but she's also the most bankable. The best part is that we're only in the first year. Are you excited? Let us know in the comments, like, and subscribe so you don't miss anything. We'll see you in the following video after you click the one on the screen.
The boxes for WNBA cards, like the one over my shoulder, are selling at the same level or at a higher price than NBA cards because that Caitlyn Clark